Saw the Blue School in the movie, and that was obviously a great example of a kind of school that younger children could go to. And my two kids went to a school very much kind of like that, you know, the opposite of what we were seeing in your film of all the pressure. But I'm wondering, in your filming, did you find 10th and 11th graders going to schools like that, or what was a model for a really great school for a high school?
So here's the thing, you know, I can't say that we covered the universe, right? But we do have a pretty extensive facilitation guide that highlights some of the schools around the country that are innovating and doing things differently. And some of the schools you can also find on the End the Race website under What's Working. And we are looking again to hear from community members, to hear about schools that are innovating. There's one in Maryland that comes to mind. It's called School for Tomorrow. And they've completely restructured the school day. The structure is around learning and inquiry. It's project-based, it's integrated studies. There's a school in San Diego called High Tech High, same kind of thing, where they've moved away from the fragmented, 5 to 7 class period a day schedule, and instead the students are focused on project-based learning, where it's cross-curricular. And it's working very well. So there are a handful of schools, not enough. The Blue School was kind of put in there as a way to give people hope. But we're looking to highlight those best practices. And certainly there aren't enough examples today of that, particularly at the high school level. But there are, and that's the big challenge in our country. There's not just, one type of education here. So, we have the private schools, public schools, you've got charter schools, you've got Waldorf and Montessori. So you have all different things. So it's very hard to just say we're going to, change this piece of the math program and things are going to be better. I think what the film points out is that our schools are just a microcosm of our larger culture, and so many of the changes that we're advocating for, I think, really require a change culturally in our mindset around what makes for a good education and what makes for a healthy childhood. And I think, this film is getting people to think a different way, even those who might have been pushing for the paradigm that we're seeing right now.
Thanks.
So I hope that answered your question. I just encourage all of you, I know you are out of time and I would stay here and keep talking, but endtherace.org, lots of ways to get involved. There's also a Facebook page. I'd encourage you to add your comments there tonight if you're already on Facebook.